talk about what I'm calling the trifecta method of presenting your material. That's going to let you win 3 ways. You're going to hit 3 learning styles: those folks that like the visual information, those folks that like the auditory information, and finally those people that like to read the text. We're going to be able to do all 3 of those in less than 10 minutes, so let's get started. To help simplify today's session, we're going to break it down into 3 key areas: the Brightspace basics, how do I get this done quickly? Pre-production strategies, how can I make it so that my lecture is more exciting and engaging, as well as easier to transition into a podcast? And then finally, post-production strategies. We'll be using YouTube to see more analytics, to have more capabilities in your subtitling and your transcripts. Brightspace basics. Okay, here we are in Brightspace, and we're going to do some really simple things today with this. The first thing that we're going to do is upload and create a new file. So we've got our lecture now recorded. We're going to go ahead and hit upload and create. And the automatic thing would be to go ahead and create a video or an audio. We're actually going to pass on that one. And this strategy will give us a little more flexibility and capability. So we're going to choose create a file. We're going to go ahead and call this Trifecta video. And then we're going to go ahead and click that famous Insert Stuff button. And we're going to choose Add a Video Note. This seems a little counterintuitive, but it gives us some things that I found weren't possible in adding video. So choose Add a Video Note. Choose Allow. Then go ahead and choose Upload File. Choose your file, and in this case we're going to upload from the photo library, and then go ahead and choose your file and begin the upload. Once your file is uploaded, go ahead and add a title to your file. We'll choose Trifecta Video, choose an audio language. We're going to want English, and then go ahead and click the automatically generate from the audio section of your file. This will allow you to then translate this and automatically build that text file for you. Eventually you'll get to this spot where you can insert this in. So go ahead and click Insert, and now you have your media. It may not show right away because it's still working, but at this point you can go ahead and hit Save and Close. And now you have your video, and it will take just a little bit to put that together. But that will take care of putting your video, and actually what we did is 2 steps here. We did the video, and we also created the text file, so you'll be able to give your students a transcript of this video. Podcast creation. Okay, to create your podcast or audio file, we're going to use a tool called MP3 Converter. That MP3 Converter can be downloaded from the App Store for free. You do have to put up with a few ads to do that. We'll go ahead and open that file. And that's going to allow us to bring our different videos and lectures into this system. What it's going to do is actually just drop the video information out and only preserve the audio file. So we're going to go ahead and add a file in. So we'll choose Import from our camera roll, choose the lecture that we want, and hit Done. And that will then add that right to our ability. You'll see that I already had this in there, but that will add it to our files to convert. Then I simply click on the file, choose Convert, and you can choose your different file formats, but the one you want to stick with for podcast is MP3. Choose Convert. And it's converting that file for us. Once it gets converted, I'm going to export that, and I can save that out to files. And we'll call this Trifecta Video 2, or Trifecta Podcast 2, I should say. Save that out to our data. And now I have a file out in my Files app that is the Trifecta podcast 2 that we just created. That's now just an audio file. To move that into Brightspace, open up my class, find the location that I want, upload or create, and in this case we can go ahead, since we don't want the transcript, go ahead and choose video or audio. And in this case, make sure you don't include the transcript, because if you do, people will have a tough time with some of their players on their phones and things listening to the podcast. We can go ahead and hit browse, choose our file, and I'll just go to recents, and there's our podcast 2 file. Choose that, let it have some time just to upload that file. Go ahead and hit save. I guess we have to have a title. And hit save. And we now have a podcast in our Brightspace environment. Creating text transcripts. So now we're actually going to build the text file, which, to be quite honest, is already done. We did that as part of the process for recording the actual lecture itself, or adding the lecture itself into Brightspace. So we're going to go out to our finished Trifecta video and audio and open that file. And now one of the pieces that a lot of people haven't accessed is the little gear down here when you're watching the video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that little gear, and that allows me to actually view the transcript. So I click View Transcript, and it will then show the transcript of that video. Now, some really handy pieces in there. I can go ahead and hit play now, and that's actually going to begin playing my video up in the upper left corner, and it's going to track right along with the audio and give me an ability to read the text as I'm listening or watching the video as well. So for those students that like to have the video and the audio and the text, they all have it right here and handy. The other great part of this tool is that I can actually navigate through that lecture to see exactly what I need to see. So I can look at the transcript, go back and review material, rewatch it, watch it over and over and over again, commit it to memory, and jump right to the spot that I need to. I also have this handy little blue download button in the upper part of my transcript. That's going to allow me to download that file, and then I actually have two different options. We're just going to view that transcript for now, but you can also download it, and now I have the entire transcript available for students to use. So I can copy and paste that, or I can download that file. So let's go ahead and go back out and go to our transcript again, push download, and in this case, we're going to download that transcript, and what it did when it downloaded it is actually created a file out in my files that is an English 10, US 10 file that I can then add to Brightspace. So I'll simply go out to my Brightspace class, go back into Trifecta, and this time we're going to upload and create a file, and we're just going to upload a file on my computer. Choose Upload. This time we'll choose the Files option, and we should be able to see in recents that English US 10 file. Choose Open and add that file in, and now I have my text file, and we can go ahead and rename this, but when I open this text file, I now have the entire transcript. So if students want to read the text of that file, they certainly can do that as well. So this then allows us all three different versions. We have the video and audio that I can navigate in lots of cool ways. I have a podcast, so I can download that to my phone and listen to it in the car on my commute, or when I'm cooking, cleaning, yard work, any of that good stuff. And then finally, for those folks that would rather read it in text, I have a text file that they can read as well. So a great trifecta win for all of our students, and a great way for you to win in spending very little time creating this. Thanks, and have a great day.